Manchester City grabbed 3 good points in their thriller with Newcastle. The game ended 2-1 in favor of Manchester City. Man City has made a statement and Manchester has pushed the pressure so much on Arsenal. Now, this is the question. What if I had told you that I know what Arteta and his men can do to keep this Manchester City on check and then be able to win their games? In this video, I'll be explaining to you some of these strategies that I think is very important for Arteta and his men to adopt. But before we go ahead, let's look at this match between Man City and Newcastle. Man City actually made a statement, a bold statement, that we're out for the title and that Arsenal should watch their back. Now, from start to finish, if you analyze that game very well, objectively, you notice that Manchester City were in control of that game for about 70%. And then Newcastle, 30%. Manchester City firepower was so much for Newcastle to withstand. Newcastle actually struggled, to be honest with you. They tried. They pushed, to be able to overturn that particular deficit. But it was unfortunate. Manchester City never gave them that opportunity. And that's why I keep saying that what I see sitting down, other coaches don't see standing up. Yes, Pep saw that he was having defensive and attack issue. What he did, he calibrated those two areas, boosted his defense, boosted his attack. The reason why in that yesterday game, if you notice it, you see that Manchester City had a lot of options up front. Yes, you have a Cherki, you have O'Reilly, you have Haaland, you have Foden, you have a lot of them. You have Semenyo available to score. Yesterday, O'Reilly actually punished Newcastle by getting a brace because we were actually caging Haaland and Semenyo. But fortunately, these guys were available. And that is what I'm talking about Man City. Man City knows how to reinforce their team and get results. So they had a good result yesterday, which has pushed so much pressure on Arsenal. That would be a very big problem for Arsenal. But this is what Arsenal can do to be able to untie themselves, unchain themselves from this pressure from Manchester City. One, Arsenal needs to reinforce again in terms of trying reinforcing, not by buying players again. They have to motivate, the coach has to motivate these players again, especially up front. The likes of Saka, Eze, Odegaard, Trossard, Martinelli, and then Gyökeres needs to come back in form. If they don't, there is a consequence. Arsenal is going to lose the title. These guys up front are not actually helping because at the moment, the only partner I see working is the midfield where Rice and Zubimendi manages. They're doing very well. And then the defense, where Gabriel and Saliba is actually, in charge. They are doing extremely well. But for the attack for Arsenal attack is down at the moment. So, Arteta, if you want to check Man City by winning your games, make sure that these attackers in front are actually working very well. Second point is that Arsenal formation is terrible this period. And this is solely the responsibility of Arteta. Arteta, you're not doing well. Manage your formation properly. Put the right places. Stop playing people at wrong places. When you play them out of their position, they don't deliver. Look at what happened in the last game. Saka was playing off position and he didn't get anything reasonable in that particular game. He could not support the team. So play people at right place, get right formation, and then you get this sorted out. And that's just one way of checking Man City because you'll be winning games and Man City will be behind you. That's how it is. At the moment, you have just 2 points above Man City, which is actually very dicey. Man City can overtake Arsenal at any time. So Arteta needs to manage this one very well. And then the other part is that, unfortunately, Arsenal relies so much on set pieces. But other teams have not understood Arsenal's set piece strategy. Look at what happened in their game with Brentford and their last game. The other Arsenal set pieces and Arsenal is no longer there. So Arteta, please go back to that drawing board and see what can you do to get back to your set piece strategy again and then begin to win games. If you do all these things, definitely you can maintain and win your games. And when you maintain and win your games, Man City won't cross you. Now, let's go to Chelsea versus Burnley. An embarrassing game. It's embarrassing in the fact that Chelsea struggled, to draw with a Burnley at the bridge. This is not acceptable. For Chelsea fans, this is embarrassing and they are very furious with the coach and the players. The moment Chelsea scored one goal, they went back. Yes, they had a red card, which was a major factor to that. But for a big team like Chelsea, playing with a Burnley, a relegation-threatening team, I mean, they should be able to win that game, whether they're one man down or not. So yesterday in that particular game, Chelsea didn't play to the maximum to satisfy their fans. They didn't get the result they wanted. And this is the implication. Recall that top four, Man U hustling for top four, Chelsea hustling for top four, Liverpool is also hustling for top four. Because for Villa is not leaving that top position. Yes, they drew in their last game, but they're not leaving that top position. Villa is doing extremely well. They have all it takes to maintain that top position. So if Arsenal is up there, Man City is behind them, Villa takes the top position. What happens to the top four? Who goes in there? So Chelsea cannot be losing points. Chelsea cannot be dropping points. You know, in their last 2 games, they dropped about 4 points, which is actually embarrassing and disturbing. So Chelsea needs to do more to be able to, come back to winning ways and then see if they can be able to get that top 4, which would be a serious challenge for them because Man U is going there, Liverpool is also going there too. That's what I have for you today. If you are seeing us for the first time and you like what we are doing, do well to subscribe to our channel, like and share our videos. Bye.